Hey gang, it's nanicrypto coming to you today with a new video. First of all, I'd like to thank all my subscribers. Um, Thank you for all the positive feedback. Sounds like you guys are enjoying the videos I'm making. Just please remember to subscribe to the channel, like all the videos, leave any comments for any feedback, and of course, share this content with all your friends and family so they can learn about this great world of cryptocurrency. So today has been a bit of a tricky day. Bitcoin hit 6,300 US today, which I was not expecting. So I thought instead of making a video about a specific tool, I would try and follow you through a evening with Nanny Crypto on how I decide what I'm going to buy. Now I've tried to not look at the markets for the last few hours. I do have some Bitcoin, so if I wanted to buy something, I could. Please keep in mind and don't be disappointed if I don't, because with Bitcoin going so high, you'll probably find that a lot of the alts have gone down. So we may not make a buy today, but hopefully this will give you an idea on what to look for and basically how to get started when you are going to decide what coin to buy. So let's quickly jump over to our screen. And a lot of people probably start here. Google. Google is great, but it doesn't always give us the answer. But let's try it. Which crypto coin to buy? Let's see what it says. Now, Google is fantastic. And as you can see, you'll actually find a list of top coins here. Litecoin, Ethereum, Zcash, Dash, Ripple, Monero, all top coins and right up there with the market. So don't think that's a bad list at all. 9 reasonable cryptocurrencies to invest in July 2017. What is the best cryptocurrency to invest in long term and why? The 6 most important cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin. So as you can see, there is a few guides here and you're more than welcome to go through these guides and check them out. However, every day in the crypto world is different. So day or day, not day, evening in the life of Nanny Crypto, we're going to do exactly what I would do if I was trying to decide what to buy. So first thing I do is I jump onto Polynex. I'm not actually signed in at the moment. I literally just jump on. I'm just going to do a refresh in case it's changed to see what Bitcoin is doing. As we know now, Bitcoin has a big influence on what the market's going to do. So before I decide to buy or sell, I can see Bitcoin is, so here we can see Bitcoin in Polynex. Bitcoin has had a 24-hour all-time high of 6,248 and a 24-hour low of 5,747. Okay, now this was the spike I was telling you about, and we went, let's see if I can move this down a little bit. So roughly at about, keep in mind that this is on my time frame, and it's 10 p.m. here in New Zealand. So this was at about 1 p.m. It was approximately about, so what is it? 1 p.m., 10 p.m. It's about 9 hours ago. It spiked up and went from 5,755 all the way up to 6,248, which is what we can see here. And it's just kind of been doing a sideward trend since then. Now, these values down here, these greens and reds, basically tell me that for that time period when it started to go up, it went up for a few hours and then it's kind of been stable of people just selling off. Now, when I look at this chart, I'm currently running it on a 30-minute chart, and I think it's set to 2 weeks, I believe. No, sorry, it's set to 2 days. Now, the reason I've set it up like that, this isn't going to determine what Bitcoin's doing long run, But if I'm going to decide what I want to do, I'd like to know what Bitcoin's done for the last couple of hours, just to get an idea of what the market's doing. So that's step number one. Go and find out what Bitcoin is doing. Step number two is I jump onto my chart. Now, I'm really sorry if this looks like it has a whole bunch of lines. I'll quickly explain what they are, and then I'll turn them off just not to make it really confusing. Now, this is a blue area I drew a few days ago, and it's basically telling me that that's roughly when the second fork is going to happen. So I thought I'd have that in there just to get an idea, especially for myself, because I believe that after this happens, Bitcoin's going to go down. So this is why I drew that, to keep me a reminder on when that is. These pink lines or fuchsia lines have been there for a while. And as you can see, if I move back a little bit, I'm just going to move this down for a second. You'll actually see that it's been within this trend line since the 15th of June. Been going. So here it did a bit of a peak, sorry, a bit of a dump, a bit of a dip, and then it just started going up, did another dip, and now it's going up. So it's still within, we've looked at these kind of charts before, so Bitcoin's by no means broken. It's very well alive and very well going to the top. So this is running on a 43 minute chart, and it's basically telling me that Bitcoin is going to go up. So as happy as I am to see Bitcoin go up, I know that's going to affect my buy and it's going to affect my altcoins. So I've really got to determine that. This red line I've drawn here is basically where I think it's going to drop to. I believe it's going to happen after this, so that's going to be around this area somewhere. A few other things that I'm running on this chart, just to give me a really good idea, is I like to look at, I'm just going to try and minimize this chart. I like to see what the volumes are doing. Now this volume is an indicator, so you can find that. I think I've actually shown that before in my other video, so that's, you get that from going into here. And the one I'm going to show in a second, which is the RSI, you can also get relative strength index. So that's my, okay, so as you can see here, there was a big spike in the buys, which is why it went all the way up. And there was also one over here at about 6 a.m. I think this is with US time, so that would have been this afternoon. And right now, what is it doing? It's currently at 6166, and it's done a few kind of sideways. Green above orange probably tells me that it's going to go up. So, yeah. And then I've got my RSI. So I'm going to try not to confuse you guys, but basically this RSI was something I saw in one of Trevon James' videos, which I follow as well. And it's basically, it tells you when a coin is either oversold or undersold, I think it is. I forgot the terminology. So it's oversold or overbought. That's the same thing. It's either oversold or undervalued, I think it is. So when it's oversold, it goes way up here, and from what I understand is it gets oversold when it's, and this is a new concept to me, so bear with me because I'm learning, just like you guys. I believe the oversold is when it spikes up really quickly. So when it does it in a timely manner, the RSI stays between roughly between, I think it's 30 and 70, but then when it goes above that, it's going, no, it's going up too high, it's oversold, it's going to come back down again. And see, that's what happened here. See how there's an oversold here, and then it kind of went down again. If we go back a little bit, you'll see here there was an oversold, so it went down a little bit. Here there was an oversold, but it didn't really affect it that much. So I think it's a good average to consider if you're going to buy or sell, but that's kind of something that I've just started looking at yesterday. So for you guys if you see those two things. So that's the RSI and the volume survey. So let's get rid of the volume and the RSI and everything else. Let's just look at Bitcoin. Okay, so that's what it's doing. So even though this currently I believe three red bars, it doesn't tell me it's going down. So I would probably be very cautious at the moment in buying anything unless it was something significantly good, because if Bitcoin continues to go that way, which I believe it's going to, I believe that altcoins will go down again. So that's going to be very important in my decision. Then what do I do? So that's kind of a quick analysis of Bitcoin and what Bitcoin's doing. Then what I do is I jump onto CoinMarket and I check to see what the coins are doing. Now keep in mind that I buy my coins in BTC, so I'm going to change that to BTC. As you can see, a lot of these coins are in red. Like Bitcoin Cash was doing really well yesterday. Ooh. Because our Bitcoin was doing really well yesterday. It did have a bit of a dip and it's going back up again. Okay, so I'm going to write these down. You're welcome to do it with me if you like. And we're going to write down BCH. We'll come back to that in a second. Still down. What else do we have? The other thing, guys, is that I only have accounts in Poloniex and Bittrex. So if the coins are only in things like Bitfinex or Hit BTC or anything like that, I'm not looking to go into any other exchanges at the moment, because I know BitConnect I would have bought ages ago. I believe that one's on Bitfinex. Monero is just kind of stable. So what I'm looking at right now is I'm just looking at these charts here and I'm looking at this value over here. God, everything's red. That's why it's so difficult. Everything's red. Oh, OMG looks painful. Look at this coin. And OMG's been going down for a while, so it doesn't look. Zcash, coin that I bought yesterday, was hoping it was going to spike. It's gone back down. But that's okay. That will come up again at a later time. Wow. Oh, that's just the tether. Well, here's another one doing something interesting. Stratus. I'm going to write that one down. Down. EOS I've looked at as well, but that one's on a different exchange, so I'm not going to look at that one. Stay may be doing a bit of a turnaround, maybe. But like I said, this may be something that I would have taken my chances on before, but because of the market at the moment, I'm not going to look at that one. Okay, Vertcoin, it's going up as well, so ETC 5.83%. Now, if you're wondering how far I'm going to go down, I'm not going to go too far down. Again, if the market's been suffering, as we can see from all these reds, I'm not going to go BTS 13%. Okay, we might just have a quick look at that one. I was thinking maybe 5. I've only got 4 at the moment, and that doesn't necessarily need to be a limit, but it's basically, I try and maybe stick, especially with days like today, I try and stick within the top 50. So I think we'll stop. So I might just quickly scroll down, see if there's anything that's green. Significantly green anyway. 2.65. Green, no, that one's on a down. It had gone up. Melon. Never heard of that one. But let's write it down. Okay, so I've got 5 coins. And then what I do is, because I have accounts in Bittrex, then I do the same thing in Bittrex. So I just click on the Bittrex, just basically the home page, and I see if there's anything in here that either matches or something new that I didn't see from cryptocurrency coin market cap. See if there's anything here that will be of my interest. Bitcoin was one of our lists, so that one's up there. Just going to put a little tick next to Bitcoin. That just means that it's good on Bittrex. Again, look at that. Whole bunch of red. And this, I've never heard of it. These two at 0%, so they basically haven't gone anywhere for the last 24 hours. Okay, and last but not least, I quickly jump onto Twitter, and it's going to be very random, I know, but I basically just look at, there's a whole bunch of people that I follow in Twitter. So I quickly just jump on here, check to see what the trends are, check to see if there's anything interesting. Sometimes you can find news that forget about a week. It just took 1 hour for the cryptocurrency markets to hit a new all-time high. Hello, it's interesting. BTC pulls are back. Bulls are back. Surprise? Not really. Dancing on uptrend support line within long-term upward channel. So they reckon it's gonna go up and then back down again. Okay. Bitcoin Cash in many ways superior to Bitcoin. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of news, which is fine. I'm just quickly going to scroll through these. Yeah, that's interesting. After China did a whole fight on saying that they were going to ban Bitcoin trading, now they've come out with Chinese might be able to trade Bitcoin again soon. China loves to put FUD into Bitcoin, and it affects it really badly too. UAE central bank govern. You'll see how surprising it is to see a whole bunch of news against Bitcoin, and normally it's from government agencies or banks. I wonder why. Okay, so there's not a lot in here today. I might just do a quick search for BTC and we'll see if we get anything. Actually, if I do this, I should get a good return of anything that's happening at the moment. You'll actually find that when Bitcoin goes up, a lot of people decide to kind of hold back just to avoid, I guess, avoid losing money if Bitcoin keeps going up. Alts normally go down. Because we've seen this news already. Here we go. Next top, 7,000. Okay. Vericoin and Virium now live in Crypto Watch. Thanks, guys. Okay. So just out of this one, I'm just quickly going to check Vericoin and see if anything's happening with that. A guide to the 5 major cryptocurrencies. And again, these things where they tell you about what is what as far as coins is concerned isn't bad. You've got to keep in mind that, like, even though, so if you're going to buy something like, say, I don't know, Ripple, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, long term, it really doesn't matter when you get in the market. If you want to buy it today and hold it for the next 10 years, I'm pretty sure you're going to make a really good profit. But what I do is I'm doing trading. Sometimes it's daily trading, weekly trading, but I'm not holding coins forever unless it's Bitcoin. So my sole purpose in doing trading is to increase my Bitcoins. So these lists are great if you're looking at buying something and holding it long term. But if you want to do trading, then that's when we need to go into the nitty gritty and find out before the price goes up again. Use your Visa, MasterCard. Yes, tell people to get into debt to buy Bitcoin. Sure. Looks like Adam and Eve pattern. There's an Adam and Eve pattern. Okay. So they reckon it's going up. I don't think there's anyone that's going to say it's not going up. They think it's going to go up and then down. I don't see anything else. obviously there's a whole bunch of news about Bitcoin reaching 3,000 and everything like that. So, okay, guys, I think that's enough investigation for now. Now, here comes the fun part. So we're quickly going to jump onto our charts and we're going to just check each one of those charts that we looked at, and we're going to decide what to do. And like I said, I have my accounts in Bittrex. And in Bittrex, it's not called. We're looking at Bitcoin Cash at the moment, so I've got to look for BCC because God forbid they make the same thing on both. So Bitcoin Cash. Now I've actually, bought and sold this coin already. I bought it yesterday and sold. I could be lying. I think I bought it a couple of days ago and sold it yesterday. Made a pretty good profit. I think I sold around here on the way back down. I can't remember. I think it was about here. Now I still think Bitcoin Cash is a good buy. So as you can see, this is just a correction, both a correction and Bitcoin's fault. However, let me see what the volumes are doing. You see there's been a whole bunch of sell volumes. The other thing that I like to do when I'm considering a coin, I'm just going to move this one over. So if I look at Bitcoin Cash, which is up here as top volume, I like to actually go into my Bittrex account and check out that specific coin, because even though that tells me what Bitcoin's doing, sorry, connection's a bit slow today. If I jump onto my order book, I might just try and change. I'm just going to shut down another app I had open just to make sure that's not affecting our performance. So this is Bitcoin Cash. Sorry, it's taking a little while to come up. Hey, patience is a virtue. I'm not a very patient person, but with cryptocurrency, you need to be. Okay, now this volume is something really important to look at. I can see the volume's currently going down. Okay. It's taking a while to come up with the last value. So I'm just going to try and refresh that screen and see if we can get a good value. Now the reason I come in here is I want to check out the order book and I want to check if the volume's gone up or down. Yes, I know you're not liking it. Sorry guys, just having a bit of problems here with. So we know it's at 748 because up here I can see the value of Bitcoin. Of Bitcoin Cash. However, I'm having a few issues just trying to bring up. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump back into our crypto page for a second. Might just try. I had a few things running just behind the scenes while I was getting the videos ready, and it seems like one of those pages may be causing the video to not get the information that I need. So I'm just going to shuttle these down. We don't need those open. And hopefully just having the one page. I'm going to pause that. And so I've just jumped over back into the screen of TradingView, and I can definitely see that it's going up. So like I said, these just got to be very wary with how you analyze the charts, because Bitcoin goes back up again, this may keep on going down. So, but if I look at it from that perspective, it's actually a good call at the moment. I'm going to try and get into it again. It's playing hard to get today. Don't really know why. Okay, while we're waiting for Bittrex to come up, I might just jump onto another chart. Let's quickly jump into straight. So these were just the coins that we chose before. Whoa, I have a whole bunch of blue lines on this. And nothing that I thought was going to happen happened because, of course, everything's changed. So green is still above orange, which is good. I guess the downside to this coin is this coin's actually been on a downtrend for a while. And in order for us to see a significant rise, we really need to see. So this rise was great. So this went up. Let's see if we can find out how. So on the 2nd of October, it went up 88%, which was really good. Took about 4 days, but it went up. And then since then, it's actually been on a downtrend. So as long as this green stays above this orange, so what we would hope to see is we would hope to see this swing all the way back up. And then the orange should follow, and then those two should cross the white. So this I wouldn't buy because I would wait for it to consolidate and to go back up. I still think it's undecided as into where it's going to go. Great if you bought it up here and you made your 88% profit, but right now it wouldn't be something I would buy. Just going to quickly jump into Bittrex and see if we've had any luck with the pages. Bittrex is definitely playing up today. I mean, the charts tell us a lot anyway. I normally go into Bittrex when I'm undecided on whether I want to buy or not. Right now, the two that I've looked at aren't something that I would buy just of yet. Okay, let's look at Verticoin. Oh, I like Verticoin. So Verticoin was a coin that I've actually bought this coin 3 times and made profits. I think once was about here, once was about here, and I think the other one was kind of right up here, and I made a small profit. Now, I think it's done a really good correction. Now, I think I actually posted this one on the #1 Bitcoin group and could see that it was on the way up, and then Bitcoin went down and then it started going back down again. So if this coin continues its route, which I believe it will, because the correction I believe it's happened, I think we could be seeing turning around. If I quickly, Bittrex is definitely not playing nicely today. I'm just going to try and open that page again, because at the rate we're going, it's not going to let me see anything. Okay, we're back on the front page of Bittrex. Now, what was I trying to show you before? So we're going to jump into Bitcoin Cash just for a second. Sorry, I'll come back to this one in 1 second. BCC. Just going to do a quick check. So I was saying about this one that it seemed to be going up, but then that I wanted to see what the coin was actually doing when it comes to volume. I think last time we came in here, we saw the volume was about at 9,000, probably around the same price as that. Now, why did I want to come in here? So I'll be able to check. Whoa! It's a big buy wall here, which is great news for people who are holding Bitcoin Cash, because that means it will go back up again. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so this coin's actually doing really well. Don't want to see that go down too high. Too low. That's kind of going down a little bit, so I don't like that. But it's at 9,185 when it comes to volume, so that's through the roof. Actually, quite happy with that. And yeah, I think I'll say the same thing I did on one of my posts in the #1 group. As long as Bitcoin doesn't do anything crazy like start skyrocketing again, Bitcoin Cash could start to go back up again. So this may just be a correction. It may start to go back up again. I'm quite happy with that. I'm actually very happy to see. So these are all the buys coming through. And if I quickly scroll down, yeah, it's a whole bunch of buys. So you'll see a whole bunch of buys going through and a random sell. Whole bunch of buys and a random sell. I'm quite happy with this one. So now please keep in mind, I'm never going to tell you buy or sell now. I analyze, I tell you, you do your own research, or as you'll find on some of my posts, DYOR, and then you decide whether you want to buy. But this one looks good. Definitely looks good. Okay, so I'm going to jump back to BTC because we decided that Stratus wasn't a buy at the moment. Vertcoin, yep, I'm very happy with Vertcoin. It's up to 8 again. Now, the only reason why I'm not going to buy a Vertcoin today is because I bought it yesterday. So I bought it yesterday, actually bought it on the way down thinking it was doing a correction and then going to jump back out, and then it went all the way down. So I think right now I'm in the green again. So, but this coin's a pretty good buy at the moment. It's going back up again. Now, just to confirm that, we'll jump into. I love it how this is a half an hour video. I love it how I say I'm going to do a short video. It never happens. My computer wasn't being, so I'm going to jump out of Twitter because there wasn't anything exciting in there. Bitcoin. Again, I really enjoy this coin's actually pretty good. 33.44. So it's still going up. So it's reached 83. That was in the last. I believe this one's running on 30 minutes. I like the fact that it's reached 80 again. And if I go into my order book, another very nice buy wall. If I go further down, a lot of buys going through. That's great. It's really good as well. Quite happy with that analysis of that coin. Okay. Our next coin to analyze, we'll just quickly, I'm not going to go into Bittrex for these. I'll just jump into these in TradingView, just so we don't make this video too long. So we've got BTS. I'm not sure why I chose BTS, but no. So this is currently green under orange. This is a really old Fibonacci, so I'm assuming at some point I ran a Fibonacci on it. Now, the only thing I can say about these charts is if these three charts continue to go down and somehow meet, so if this continues to go that way and the orange comes down and the white comes down to meet it, then I think we could have a BTS party, but not yet. So nothing there. And this is a random coin that I've never heard of, melon. Ooh. Okay, now I'm going to give you my 2 Satoshis worth about melon. I've never actually heard about this coin. However, I probably will not buy it, and there's probably a few reasons for that. Let me just quickly jump onto Bittrex so I can explain why. Now, when you see these kind of spikes in a coin, be afraid, be very afraid. They are basically coins that are used for pump and dumps. Some people like to do that, but as you can see, this coin went within probably 12 hours from 0.017, which is very high, down to 0.01. So the problem with having these coins, if you're part of the pump, hey, you probably, if you could buy here and sell up here, congratulations. But it gets people very excited about nothing really. So I try and stay clear from these kind of coins. Now I was going to confirm that with Bittrex. So basically if we jump onto Bittrex, it should show us the volume, and I can bet you anything this volume is going to be quite low. Yeah, 73. I try and stay to trades above 100. I still think this was a pump and dump. This is a coin that doesn't do a lot, and I really don't like to buy coins like that. But that's just personal preference. So, just a quick recap of what we looked at today. So the coins that we had a look at today were Bitcoin Cash, Stratus, Vertcoin, BTS, MLN. MLN very low volume, not something I would buy. BTS is currently on a downtrend, green below orange, wouldn't buy it either. VTC has had a few good days run and is corrected nicely and seems to be in an uptrend. Stratus, not something I would buy at the moment. I believe it could go back up again, but I definitely don't believe right now is the right time to buy. And Bitcoin Cash seems to be doing quite well. So, sorry guys if I extended this video a little bit. Just wanted to give you guys an idea of how I trade. So it takes me about half an hour every day just to do a general analysis of the market and decide what I'm going to do. So we didn't get a chance to buy today, and that's just because I already have Bitcoin Cash and Verticoin, so I'm not going to buy those for now. Wish you guys all the best with trading. I hope this video helps. If it does, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel and share the content. Please leave me any comments, any feedback. I've made a few changes to the video. Got some feedback from one of my followers hoping to get a bit of a higher resolution. I hope this helps and I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching and hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye, Crypto Gang.